Hey everybody, my name is Hivetyrant424 and I would like to welcome you to my first video for this game, Automation Empire. As you can see, the objective of this game is to ship 30,000 kilograms of resources within any 3-month period. You get a medallion for shipping 45,000 kilograms or more within any 3-month period, which I've done for this planet in 11 game years. Took me about 8 hours of gameplay to accomplish. Let me show you how I did it. First, I want to tell you a few reasons I fell in love with this game so quickly are there's no time pressure. You can take as long as you want to achieve the objective. There's no penalty for taking 50 years if you want. The only time pressure in this game comes from inside, from yourself. If you're trying to beat your old record or trying to beat somebody else's, if you're in competition with some friends, efficiency is your friend in Automation Empire. The best part for me, though, is throughout the game, you're going to unlock certain game-changing technologies. When you do, you may need to demolish some or all of your factories and rebuild them. Everything you build in this game costs money, but when you demolish anything you've built, you get a full refund. There's no loss for upgrading or even just making a mistake and putting something where you don't want it. You can also build an entire factory, and when you discover your building is too big or too small, not that I've ever done that, you can just demolish the entire building with 2 clicks and its contents, and you get all your money back. How awesome is that? Now, as soon as the game loaded, I built up this far. It's slow going at first, but you pick up speed very quickly. The most important thing is to start accumulating research points as soon as possible, which I've done. So once I get this part going, I just let the game run for a while and I stockpile my research. Keep an eye on my research facility. Don't let it get full and leave it because you want to keep getting those research points. So I'm just going to do that for a little while and I'll see you guys back shortly. Okay, I've saved up some research points. I haven't unlocked the refiner just yet, even though it only cost 20,000 research. I waited until I had enough to unlock the step conveyors as well. This way I could stockpile some cash to build my first refinery, and since the refiner by itself isn't that much of an upgrade in my opinion, I just waited. Now I only have to rebuild my base once instead of twice. It's only February of year 2 here, so things are going well. And now that I've unlocked the refiners, factories, and step conveyors, I'm ready to build my first refinery. I'll show you the finished building and explain how it works then. It's pretty simple though. I mean, you can pause the video if you want to take notes. I don't mind. First, we're going to set up our coal collection. I don't want to run my coal train from the rigs into the refinery because at some point I'm going to have to bring coal from other locations into the refinery. So I'm just going to set myself up a little guy right there. And yeah, I think that's big enough. Okay, I'm going to build it off camera and I'll be right back. So here's the finished refinery. I have 3 sets of 3 refiners chewing coal, and each set is fed by its own output nozzle connected to the bins in the top row. Refined coal is collected and stored in the bottom bins for transport via mining carts outside. For early stage refineries, I prefer to recycle my crates so they get filled, refined, drained, rinse, and repeat. And a little bit later on here, I've built an iron refinery just in the bottom left corner of your screen there. It's almost a carbon copy of the coal refinery, so I'm not going to bother showing it to you. I'm also researching with refined coal and refined iron, because both are needed to unlock the next game changer, which is claw trains and the claw train truck loading stations. Once we have those, we can get rid of those pesky drones for the time being, though I do promise I will bring the drones back later on. They're just highly inefficient, and the claw trains are much better. Now, I don't know about anybody else watching these videos, but I find that everything moving together on the screen, it's really cool. It's so much fun to watch. It's like watching machines dance, and I love that. Seeing everything work and just kind of mesh together is just cool. So I've unlocked the claw train, that directional stopper thingy, I can't remember what it's called, and the truck loading stations for the claw trains. This is a game changer. So I'm going to just adjust my unloading station lines here, and then I'm going to get rid of these drones, install the claw trains. It's going to give me quite a productivity jump. So get these lines extended out. I'll probably end up having to delete some of these, but for the time being, I don't know what's going to happen yet. I build this stuff without much of a plan, as you'll see later on. So I'll get the claw trains built, and then I will show you guys the finished system. Okay, so here is the claw train system all done. It looks like a dog's breakfast, I know, but it's actually working very well. You'll notice my record productivity is sitting at 6,720 kg, and I've only just finished this system. One thing I've learned so far is after you make a major change in your system, you have to give it time to catch up. You have to give it time to work and show you the results. It's really hard, but you got to resist the temptation to keep building and adding or demolish stuff and change what you've just built. You got to give it a minute or two for the system you've spent the time building to work. If it improved your productivity, it might take a minute or two to show it. You can see my productivity is starting to climb as the crates are coming out. I know there's a big, large, empty container sitting there on the left-hand side. That one, I got nothing. I don't know why I didn't see it when I was actually playing, but for whatever reason, that one is supposed to be collecting iron, and as you can see, the iron collector is on the right-hand side, and I'm not getting anything in that other iron collector. Oh, nope, I lied. See, as soon as I say I didn't do something, then I immediately get it. The game is just making me look like a liar. Shame on me. Okay, now the system has had time to catch up, and we've kind of peaked at 8,520 kg. I need to get 9,000 kg in order to unlock the next serious game changer, and that is those underground conveyor connectors, or connector tubes, or whatever they're called. I have unlocked the combiner, but as you can see, I'm not using it yet. I don't like using the combiners with just the containers or train fed. It's really, really space consuming, and they're not productive. In my opinion, they're not productive enough the way they are. You have to build a really large building in order to effectively use combiners with either step conveyors or, you know, some strange combination of claw belts, claw trains, and so on and so forth. I've tried a variety of different things, and I haven't found anything yet that works, so I just wait. You know, I'm really not that far from 9,000 kg. So what I'm doing here is I've added another road. I've added another 3 pit stops for the trucks. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to build another set of claw trains or tear down this whole setup, this whole system. It took me about an hour to get all of this built and synchronized and get everything working properly. So I'm not tearing all that apart. What I am going to do is I'm going to just turn off the drone priority for all the other truck stations that are being loaded by the claw trains, so that only the 3 new pit stops that I'm built at the very top there are accessible to the drones. And then I'm just going to have the drones loading off of whatever belts they can get a crate off of that the claw trains aren't grabbing. So we set all of these to off for drone priority. Now the only 3 that are on for the drones are the ones at the very top. So now we need drones. Roll call. Doink, 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 doink. 16 drones. That ought to be enough. Now, oddly enough, the drones run into each other and they get in each other's way, but they don't get in the way of the trucks. I haven't figured that one out yet. So look at that. Boom. Up to 9,900 kg, which means we can unlock remote connectors. All we got to do is bank some research points. This looks like a good time to cash them in. 538,000. We need 500,000 for the remote connectors. Pause the game. There we go. We've unlocked the remote connectors, you guys. I am so excited. This is a massive game changer. Now I can start to use combiners and start really cranking out the heavyweight. I really appreciate you guys watching this episode. If you want to see how I continue to play this planet out, please like and subscribe, and you will be notified when the next video gets uploaded.